How they will pull it off, I genuinely don't know. But I think that something to that effect is going to come down the line. And I think that some developments might start coming our way relatively quickly. And they could end up, I think that they could end up very destabilizing for the markets.
Well, there's alternatives now being created, though, because I think an important lesson was made at the global financial crisis of 2008 and 9. Again, in those days, there was so much dependence on the United States and the political West that, well, if the US would sneeze, the whole world would catch the cold. But with the Chinese, I remember back then, they told the Chinese, you have to buy more of our treasuries. So if you don't, we'll have to have the Federal Reserve buy it, which means, yeah, we'll print more money. So it was a nice blackmail because either you invest more in the United States or we'll devalue your current investment. That's effectively what it translated into. So this is when the Chinese began to speak a bit more openly about creating an alternative economic architecture. They didn't see the US restoring its fiscal stability. I remember the same time those Putin who came out with comments that the United States and the US dollar was a leech seeking to suck the blood out of the productivity of the rest of the world. So, and of course, after this, you have the China starting its Belt and Road initiatives, all this tech industrial policies, new investment banks in 2015, the Asian Infrastructure Investment Bank, and more internationalization or diversification, at least, of currencies. Now, so there's been a lot to prepare for this big splash coming up to make sure that they don't get pulled down by the Americans and the Europeans. But yeah, part of this was achieved, I guess, with this recent meeting in China over the Shanghai Cooperation Organization meeting. I just want to get your opinion. How significant do you think this meeting was in terms of preparing the rest of the world for, well, yeah, to use dramatic language, the downfall of the West?
It seems to me that it was extremely significant, in fact, because what has happened at the same time is that Trump administration has antagonized India as one of their important trade partners in the world, because ostensibly, and I don't necessarily believe that this is the real reason, ostensibly they're punishing India for buying large quantities of Russian oil.